Hey everybody, so Fitz has got another playthrough for you today. This is another solo round. I'm actually going to use the last of some items from the Ant-Man expansion. I figured we'd round it out after the last game. So in this one, we're actually going to be playing a scheme called Pull Earth back into medieval times. This is actually one of the schemes that comes out of the Ant-Man expansion, and that includes another favorite mastermind of mine, Morgan Le Fay. Now, for those of you who don't know, Morgan Le Fay is one of those masterminds that's just taken, like, they pulled it kind of out of history. She's kind of like from Arthurian legend, not exactly Morgan Le Fay herself, but she's the character based off of Arthurian legend and a villain out of there anyways. So, to round it out with some of the heroes that are going to be in this expansion, we're going to have the Black Knight. This is kind of a cool character just because of the fact, like, everyone has heard of the Black Knight and, like, not only Arthurian legend, but then also, like, other medieval folklore, and then here he is as a Marvel hero as well. Fun fact, he actually was a villain at one point in time in the Marvel universe, so that's going to be kind of cool to play with him as a hero this time. The last hero that comes out of the Ant-Man expansion that we're also going to be playing with is Wonder Man. Don't know too much about this character, but as far as he plays through in the Marvel Legendary game, he's kind of interesting. He's also one of those cards that comes with size changing and empowered, which was a key ability that got added in from that Ant-Man expansion. Black Knight, I should add, has more of an empowered focus rather than a size changing, but still should make a little bit of an interesting playthrough. And to kind of hold with the theme of Black Knight fighting Morgan Le Fay, out of the comics, it's actually kind of like a time traveling scenario. So of course, who better to have in here for time traveling scenarios than Doctor Strange? He was also in the comics as well. They traveled with the Black Knight when fighting Morgan Le Fay. So I felt like he would be like one of the better characters to have in here. Plus, him being an instinct and a range hero pairs well with Wonder Man, who has quite a few range cards in here, and then Black Knight, who has a lot of instinct cards in here, and then Black Knight covers up the covert section, and the Wonder Man has all the other strength heroes as part of his secondary colors or classes. So yeah, should be a pretty diverse deck. We've got two Avengers, and Doctor Strange comes in as an Illuminati hero team. To round up the villains we have in here, we're going to do the solo deck setup. Remember, I do advanced solo mode, and I also kind of add in the full spectrum of henchmen in here. So normally it asks for just 3. I'm going to put in all 10 because remember, I like to have more enjoyment out of this game, and plus in advanced solo mode with just 3 henchmen, you can burn through a villain deck really fast. So for our henchmen group, we're going to do Savage Land Mutants. Their fight ability, as always, you're going to add 1 extra card to your hand the next turn. And then the Morgan Le Fay, she always leads the villain group called Queen's Vengeance. And something you should know about the Morgan Le Fay and her group is Queen's Vengeance has the ability, or brings in the ability called Chivalrous Duel. Now what that means is you can only fight a character that has Chivalrous Duel using heroes who have the same name.
An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
So I can't use strength or attack points from a Black Knight, a Wonder Man, and a Doctor Strange. They all have to be added up together, or I can't. They say they can't all be added up together. They all have to be from one hero. So I have to use all Wonder Mans, or all Black Knights, or all Doctor Stranges to a fight. That's not to say I can't use their abilities, but I can't use any of their attack points towards that fight. We got our Master Strikes here, and then we have about 9 scheme twists to go in. So it should actually have a pretty high chance of running in a scheme twist. And the reason I have 9 here is because the scheme does call for it. This is Pull Earth into medieval times. So we have 9 twists, twist 1 through 6. Until the start of your next turn, all villains and masterminds everywhere have Chivalrous Duel. So not only will all of the Queen's Vengeance villains have Chivalrous Duel, but we'll also have Chivalrous Duel with all of the Savage Land Mutants, and then also Chivalrous Duel will be applied to Morgan Le Fay, even though it's also her standard ability anyway, so if it was ever any other Mastermind, they would have it as well, so kind of a nasty ability to play here. And then twists 7 through 9, each player puts a villain from their victory pile into the escape pile. Evil wins when 3 villains per player have escaped. So this is going to be really tough because it's just a solo game, so I only have 3 shots or 3 chances of a villain's escaping before I lose. For Morgan Le Fay, something else we need to look out for is her Master Strike. Each player in turn, only me, has to reveal a covert red hero or gain a 0-cost hero or wound from the KO pile. So she's going to do as much as she can to stall out your deck and kind of just wreck any chances of getting good solid combo hands going. So knowing that she watches out for covert heroes, I'm going to definitely have to use Black Knight quite a bit to make sure I stock up on the covert heroes. I don't think there are no covert heroes with Wonder Man, and I believe there's only 1 covert hero in the Doctor Strange set, and it's his rare, no less. So going to have to be careful and buy whatever covert heroes I can when I get the chance. It's going to be kind of a tough one. So super excited, though. Should be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get the deck shuffled and get started. All right, we got our deck shuffled. We're ready to go. Let's go ahead and get what our first hand looks like. All right, gonna have, 4-2 split. Nothing fancy there. It's gonna be pretty easy to figure out what I'm gonna do. So our heroes that we have on our first lineup is an Absorb Ambient Power Wonder Man. This is a range hero, cost 5. He has the ability where I can put a card from the HQ in the bottom of the hero deck. If that card had a recruit icon, I get 3 recruit. If that card had an attack icon, I get 3 attack. If it has both, you get both. A very useful card. One of my favorites from Wonder Man, actually. Kind of expensive to get considering he's 5, and he doesn't come with anything right away, so it's really about controlling the HQ. Next hero on the lineup is an Amulet of Avalon Black Knight. You get empowered by the color of your choice, is the lucky ability here. He costs 3, and I actually love that ability, and love the fact that he only costs 3, because if I, say, got 5 range heroes down here, and I called out range as my empowerment, I would get 5 attacks. So a card that could virtually cost me this turn is going to potentially give me a huge attack strength later on. And just to make things even better, we've got a second one. So the more combos I can get rolling, whew. And a new card that we have here is Defend the Weak, Black Knight. This is a strength one. He costs 3 as well. Comes with 2 recruit. If I play another strength hero, I can return a 0-cost card from my discard pile to my hand. So you know what? Actually making those 0-cost, useless shield agents helpful later on. And another Defend the Weak. Okay, so you know what? That's actually a pretty nice setup. The things aren't too expensive. I can buy something right off the get. Let's go ahead and see what our hero is, though, and make sure it doesn't mess my plans up. And our first villain is actually a Henchman, is the Savage Land Mutants. Their fight ability is when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra card. So that's a pretty handy ability to get just from fighting someone. I'll always take an extra card. He does have 3 attacks, so I have to be careful because I only had 2. So that's not happening this turn. I have 4 recruits. Well, we're going to start off getting that Amulet of Avalon. Start building up the attack points right away here. And see, this is actually really good with the Chivalrous Duel, the fact that I have so many Black Knights here. I might be able to build a good Black Knight deck early on. So the replacement card that I just drew was Trust Me, I'm a Doctor. This is our first Doctor Strange of the game. It's his common. It only costs 2 to get. He comes with only 1 recruit, and but the cool thing here is a multi-class hero. He's a range and he's instinct, so he could be useful for those empowerments. He gives me multiple choices here. The one downside about him is his ability. I have to play another Illuminati hero. If I do, I can KO a card from my hand or discard pile, and if I do, get an additional recruit point. So a good deck thinning card, but I need more Illuminatis for that, and he's the only one I've seen. Next hand. Oh, look at that. Very easy to figure out. 4 recruit, 2 attack. Next villain. Another Savage Land Mutant. Ooh, starting off pretty easy here. Still don't have 3 attack, though, to do that. We're going to get another Amulet of Avalon. And the replacement is one of my favorites for Black Knight. It's Flying Steed. This is his covert. It's a 6-cost card. Comes with 3 attack. But the cool thing about this one, when he's in your hand and you have a Master Strike played against you, before it takes effect, you can discard this card, negating the effects. If you do this, draw 3 extra cards at the end of its turn. Yeah. Pretty handy. It turns something that's bad into a enjoyable and better ability. So I just got another Black Knight, another Amulet of Avalon, hoping to invest in some attack strength later on. We'll go ahead and we'll start shuffling. And the new hand here is 3 recruit, 1 attack, 1 Amulet of Avalon, 4 recruit. Our villain, Master Strike. Morgan Le Fay's Master Strike. Each player in turn reveals a covert hero or gains a 0-cost hero or wound from the KO pile. Nothing in the KO pile. Got nothing to worry about. Actually, a better time to have a Master Strike happen. Okay. So I'm going to actually play my Amulet of Avalon before I buy anything. And I'm going to choose to be empowered by... let's go ahead with... we'll just go Strength. It's 2. And then I have this one for my 3rd. So that's my 3rd attack point right there. I can actually fight one of these Savage Land Mutants. That means I'm getting an extra card next turn when I draw. I have 4 recruit. You know what? We can afford to buy one of these Defend the Weak Black Knights because I still have technically 2 range heroes here. And our replacement is a Fight the Future Doctor Strange. This is his 5-cost card, comes with 3 attack. The cool thing about him is this ability here. If I play another Instinct hero, I can reveal a top card of the villain deck. And if it's a villain, I get 2 additional attack and I can fight that villain, potentially saving myself some grief later on. And maybe one of those situations where Chivalrous Duel comes into effect on like the Henchman from one of the Scheme Twists. So that's my last hand right there. Draw a new set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and you know what I actually just realized? I forgot that Master Strike came in and requires an additional villain. Advanced solo rounds. Every Master Strike you play an additional villain, but it was just another Savage Land Mutant, so nothing really changes. So this is actually my villain for this hand. And it's another Savage Land Mutant. Okay, then. I promise, I shuffled. We're going to go with range. Oh, and actually, you know what? I have to get an extra one because of Savage Land Mutants last time around. We're going to go with range. Well, actually, no, we're not going to do that right now. We're going to try this. We're going to use the 3 recruit to buy this Defend the Weak Black Knight. And maybe, just maybe, we'll get lucky on something else coming here. Yes, that is another Absorb Ambient Power Wonder Man. That's blue. That's range, meaning if I go for range as my Amulet of Avalon, wants empowerment from range, he has 3. I also have 3 regular attack. So I can fight 2 of the Savage Land Mutants, giving me 2 extra cards. Perfect. Just go put that one right there. So that's my first of 8. So that's my first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not what I was hoping for. Scheme Twist. That guy has Chivalrous Duel now. I have to use all of my attack from 1 hero in order to fight him. Which, not too hard. Empowerment from range. I'm going to fight this Savage Land Mutant. Get an extra card next turn. I have 5 recruit. I've already got a couple Instinct here, so you know what? I'm actually going to take this Fight the Future Doctor Strange. It comes with 3 attack, plus I can maybe get 5 if I play another Instinct hero, and I already have one in there, so. My replacement is a one-hit wonder, Wonder Man. Cool ability here for only 2 costs. Choose one, draw a card, or you get empowered by strength. Yes, please. For 2, I think that's a great deal. So, I fought a Savage Land Mutant, so that means I get 7 cards this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our villain, bystander. Morgan Le Fay captures her. Next villain. Oh, nope. No, next villain. So, well, I guess I won't be using, I'll have 2 recruit here, and then I'll play this to take a 0-cost card and put it back into my hand. You know, since I'm not going to have to fight anything, I'll just use this as an opportunity to buy more. I'll take that recruit out. Add another recruit, and I have 6. 7. So I can do 2 things. I can either buy this one-hit Wonder Man, and then maybe see what happens after I get another replacement hero, or I can get this Flying Steed Black Knight. I think we're going to do that. Black Knight's been pretty helpful for me so far.
I seek the finest and the bravest knights in the land to join me in my court at Camelot.
And my replacement card is a Cloak of Levitation Doctor Strange. This is a new one for us. He's 4 cost, he has 2 attack. If I played a range hero already, I can reveal the top card of my deck, draw it, or teleport it. That's the kind, like, Doctor Strange cards really play into the theme of, like, he can see into the future of either your deck or the villain, and I personally like that. I like it when the cards stick with their theme. Alright, nothing new there. Nothing to fight, so this is actually going to be my first normal hand in a while. Thank you, Savage Land Mutants. So it's my first card. Shuffle my deck here. Ooh, it's already starting to get a little thicker. Gonna need to do some thinning later on. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, would have been great had I gotten an Instinct hero to go with this Doctor Strange. And our villain is a Scheme Twist. Everyone has Chivalrous Duel. Too bad nobody's here. Morgan Le Fay already has Chivalrous Duel, so I'm not going to be able to fight her anyways. Well, I got 5 recruit and 4 attack that I can't do anything with on the 4 attacks, so I don't have any range heroes yet to actually build off of that. We're going to buy this one-hit Wonder Man. That's 2, so that means I have 3 left. I think I'm going to have a pretty hefty empowerment level coming up here, so I'm going to leave these range heroes all here. I would like to buy more of those Doctor Stranges and actually get a good setup here and start thinning, but let's see if I can get an empowerment hand. So, next hand, there's 1. Come on, give me the second one. Oh, thought I had it. Scheme Twist again, nothing. You know what? We're just gonna let that lie again. Pretty uneventful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make something happen with this. Next one, Savage Land Mutants. Well, my choices are gonna be easy. I'm gonna choose to get empowered by range. Oh, look at that. Meaning he has 5. And then I'm gonna use this Flying Steed, which has 6 or 3. To make him a total of 8. That means I can fight Morgan Le Fay. I'm going to take that bystander off her hands.
We thank thee, Lord, that in thy mercy... Come on, then. What? Have at you! You are indeed brave tonight, but the fight is mine. Oh, had enough, eh?
Right, left, middle. I'll go with that one. And our tactic is transmography. Morgan Le Fay's fight effect from this tactic is each other player in turn KOs a non-gray hero from their discard pile, then gains a card from the KO pile that has a lower cost. Too bad I, well, don't have anything to gain, but I have to KO something. I have to KO a non-gray hero. That's unfortunate. We're going to choose this Defend the Weak, because I like to have that extra draw ability. Too bad I get nothing out of that. 4 recruit, 1 attack, or 1 leftover attack. You know what, we're going to buy that. Trust me, I'm a Doctor Strange. As well as another one-hit Wonder Man, because that was what replaced him. And we have a full HQ of range heroes again. Perfect. Empowerment's not been muddled down yet. I know I said I wanted to start thinning my deck out a little bit more, but I didn't want to have to lose one of my cards, my non-gray heroes in the process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Villain. And we have Yeoman America. Must be a medieval British playoff of Captain America. Part of Queen's Vengeance. He comes with Chivalrous Duel, meaning all my heroes that I want, or my attack strength has to all come from one name of a hero. The fight effect, though, is I get an additional recruit for each color of hero I have, including gray. Ooh, didn't realize that last part in the parentheses until now. He does have 5 attacks, so it's going to be kind of hard to get past him, especially when it's just going to be mono e mono. Well, I have no strength heroes down here, so I guess that makes my job easy of deciding what I want to do with that. I'll choose to draw a card instead. Oh, and I'm so close. I actually have 4. I could have fought him. But you know what? We'll take the Savage Land Mutant instead. That means I get an extra card next turn. I only have 2 recruit. You know, we're going to do this Trust Me, I'm the Doctor once again. I'll trust you, Doctor Strange. And it's replaced with another Defend the Weak. That's my hand. Next one. Oh, perfect. Ooh, very nice. And I fought a Savage Land Mutant, so I get an extra one to make this work. Another Savage Land Mutant. Perfect. So, again, only 1 strength hero down there. I'm going to choose to get empowered by range, meaning I'll have 4. And then I'm going to use my Flying Steed. So I'm going to have 7. That means I can fight Morgan Le Fay once again. I'm just going to take the one off the bottom this time. And we have Fight. For the rest of the game, players take turns in the opposite order around the table. Doesn't really matter when it's a solo round, so might have to come up with like I would say maybe a table rule or a house rule for that type of card if that ever comes up, you're doing a solo round. Just because that seems kind of fair that nothing really happens. Maybe just like copy one of like the the least annoying effects from the other tactics and you do that instead. But I'll have to keep that in mind for next time. So that was my 7 attack from that. I'm going to draw a card. Excellent. Add to the recruiting strength. So now I have 5. We'll buy another Defend the Weak. Kind of replace the one that I lost. And that puts in another Defend the Weak. So doesn't change the HQ much at all. Next hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go ahead and shuffle. Six. Next villain. And we have Mordred the Evil. He is a villain also from Queen's Vengeance. He comes with 5 attack. One of the few that doesn't have Chivalrous Duel, though. He does, unfortunately, have Annoying Fight and Escape effects. The fight, you can choose a card in your discard pile. The player to your right gains it. And then Escape, each player simultaneously does the same effect. Since this is a solo round, I'm actually going to treat that as a KO, like lose a card. Like just discard a card, because that way it still causes me some issues, and I don't feel like I'm just cheating. So yeah. And let's see, out of my hand. Well, we'll do this first. I'm going to get empowered by range, meaning I'm up to 4 right there. And then I have 3 recruit. I'm going to buy this Defend the Weak. Maybe I get another range hero? Yes! So now he's at 5. And then I have... So I have 5. I'm going to use this to take this as an opportunity to fight the Yeoman America, because he has 5 and he has Chivalrous Duel, so I'm going to take him out. Clear up the space a little bit. Now, I'm going to play this Fight the Future Doctor Strange. I can look at the villain at the top of my deck. Or the top of the villain deck. If it's a villain, yes, I get 2 additional attack. And which means Doctor Strange is actually at 5. DAYSTAR, a villain from Queen's Vengeance, who isn't going to get a chance to show up in the city at all, has the microscopic size changing ability. So had she been in the city, any range hero I played up to 5 would have reduced her attack by 2. And then her fight effect is I reveal a top card of my deck, and I may KO it. So, I don't need that microscopic size changing. I have 5 thanks to Fight the Future Doctor Strange. I'm going to take her out. And then I'm going to reveal the top of the deck. I'm going to choose not to KO that. Thankfully, it said may. That leaves me with this card. Gives me 2 more recruit. I think that's going to be it, though. I don't need to buy anything else. Not bad, not bad. Problem is now I truly don't know. Put that down at the bottom. Now I'm not going to know exactly at all what's going to come next. And it's a Master Strike. Ooh, so each player in turn reveals a covert hero or gains a 0-cost hero or wound from the KO pile. Nothing in the KO pile. You know, they really should change the wording on that, because, like, I'm starting to think maybe you should get KO wounds, they should just get wounded instead, because she really wants to, like, clog up your deck. But there's nothing in the KO pile. Oh, well. Oh, and since it was a Master Strike, another villain has to be played. And it's a Scheme Twist. Now, both of these guys have Chivalrous Duel. Remember, too, every Scheme Twist that's played is getting closer and closer to that dreaded 7, 8, 9 Scheme Twist, because each time a villain from my victory pile will escape. So that will, being that there's only me, 3 villains just need to escape. So I need to get on this quickly. So I don't have any strength heroes down here to get empowered, so I can't do that. So I'll just draw a card. Now, this is interesting. I can actually use Flying Steed for 3 attack, and I can fight this Savage Land Mutant, even though he has Chivalrous Duel, and draw an extra card next turn. I played a Strength hero, meaning I can get that 2 recruit from Defend the Weak, and I can return a 0-cost card to my hand. So we'll take one of these Shield hero, or Shield agents, and now I actually have 3 recruit. But now that I'm realizing it doesn't matter, because there's nothing here that's 3. And I have 2 attack. Oh, wait. Forgot, 2 more recruit right there. We'll go ahead and we will buy this Absorb Ambient Power Wonder Man. He's pretty handy. Gives me 3 recruit or 3 attack, depending on how things work. Unfortunately, a Defend the Weak comes out, replaces him, so now I have 1 less range hero to get empowerment from. We'll deal with it. Remember, I bought a Savage Land Mutant, so I get an extra card this turn. 4, 5, 6, 7. Villain, Master Strike. Nothing, because I don't have a covert hero, but there's no 0-cost card. Play another hero from the villain deck, or villain from the villain deck, though, and now it's another Scheme Twist.
Any second now.
No, not again.
Ooh, so he's got Chivalrous Duel again. I wasn't going to be able to fight him anyways. I'll draw a card. Oh, wow, I definitely messed that up then. No, I'm out of... If I had just got an Amulet of Avalon, had I actually not cleared out another blue or a range hero from the HQ, I could have had just enough from him alone. We'll do 4 recruit. And you know what? We're going to try our chances to see if getting rid of this Defend the Weak will fill it with another blue. No, but something else is on the table now. The Ebony Blade. This is the rare from the Black Knight. He doesn't have any attack right now, but he gets his attack equal to the printed attack of a villain in your victory pile. P.S. Mastermind tactics aren't villains, so they don't count. Yeah, I almost forgot that the first time I ever played with this deck. But that means whoever is my strongest villain in the villain deck makes Ebony Blade that much stronger. And I think, if I'm looking at this correctly, yeah, it's one of these 2, so I'm going to get 5. Still nothing can happen because don't have enough attack, so be it. It's my first one. Trust me, I'm a doctor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Villain, Savage Land Mutants. Okay. Got 3 recruit, 2 attack, 5 attack. Nothing has Chivalrous Duel anymore, so you know what? We're going to take this as an opportunity to fight Mordred the Evil. Get him out of there. With my 3 recruit, I'm not going to be able to buy anything, so moving on. Woo! That's going to be handy. Scheme Twist. He gets Chivalrous Duel. So, I'm going to get Empowered by Range. 4 plus 4, I've got 8. I can fight Morgan Le Fay one more time. You get 4 recruit usable for only recruiting a covert and or range heroes. Oops, almost mixed my heroes up with my villains. Don't want to do that. Morgan Le Fay is definitely not going to help me out. So I've got 4 recruit usable towards range or covert. Red and blue. I have 4 off of that. Ooh. You know what? We're going to do this. Put a hero at the bottom of the HQ. I'm going to send this Absorb Ambient Power Wonder Man, since he has a strength and a recruit icon in there. That means I get 3 additional recruit and 3 additional attack. And oh, wouldn't you know, I replaced it with another range hero. Trust me, I'm the doctor. So now I have 7 recruit and 3 more attack. Even with Chivalrous Duel out, I can still fight this Savage Land Mutant, getting an extra card next turn. And I have 7 recruit of my own that I can use to get the Ebony Blade. I still have that 4 recruit from previous Morgan Le Fay. And you know what? We're going to use that to get one of the Cloak of Levitation Doctor Stranges. And I think that's the end of my turn. And it replaces with Amulet of Avalon. Not bad. Next hand. Master Strike, play another villain. Master Strike, play another villain. Savage Land Mutants. Villain deck's starting to kind of thin out. Yeah, can you imagine if you were getting handed out wounds no matter what? I'm almost wondering if that was the intention of this. Then we have, just double checking on my scheme twists. We have 6 scheme twists. So remember, the next scheme twist that happens, I lose a villain from my victory pile and gets me closer to losing the game entirely. Okay. We're going to draw a card. We're going to play that. So I played a hero. Let's see. Oh, forgot. I fought a Savage Land Mutant, so I was supposed to get an extra card anyways. Whew. Okay. So play that to get another one of those. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to do this. We're going to get a Shield Trooper. Play this card to get another Shield Trooper out of here. And now I'm going to have 3 attack, even if Chivalrous Duel was out there. But I have 3 attacks, so I can fight this Savage Land Mutant. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8. Recruit. Get that. Oh, you know what? We're starting to swing over, get rid of some of the blue, so we'll get this Levitation Doctor Strange again. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, well. We'll just add some more attack then. Use my last 4 recruit. But anyways, the reason I'm disappointed, everybody, is because my Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange came out. Of course, after I had started buying stuff and didn't have anything left. But this is the rare for Doctor Strange. You can reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, draw any number of them, and teleport the rest. So you can draw all 3. You can teleport all 3. You can draw 1 and teleport the other 2. It's up to you. Teleporting, what essentially means is you're investing in having an awesome hand next turn. Or, if you're like me, you just take 3 cards and make your hand right there awesome, period. Not a bad card at all. I am going to try to get that. So, okay, there's my 5. I bought a Savage Land, or I fought a Savage Land Mutants last turn, so that means I'm going to get an extra card. Six, 7. Cool. No strength heroes down here, so I'm definitely going to be using this to draw. Let's get our villain out here first. And we have a Scheme Twist. Villain escapes. Get rid of one of the Savage Land Mutants. Tick-tock, Doc. Tick-tock indeed. We're going to draw a card. And draw a card. Okay. This is good. So we're going to do this. You have 2 attack, and then we're going to play this for another interesting effect. That effect being, since I played a range hero already, I can reveal the top card of my deck, and I can draw it or teleport it. Don't have any way of getting... So even if I drew that, I would only have 5 recruit. And I don't need to buy... Honestly, I don't need to buy any more stuff right now. So you know what? We're going to teleport that. We're going to set it off to the side right here. Save it for later. I'll have 4 recruit. Nothing really happens. Unfortunately, I do have 7 attack, but I can't use it on Morgan Le Fay because she has Chivalrous Duel, so not a lot happens. So that interesting effect I was saying resulted in nothing. So, oh well. 1 recruit off for the new hand. So let's teleport that right away. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can definitely buy things. That's not hard to do for me. But let's see. Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Another Scheme Twist. Savage Land Mutants gets away. Not good. Not good at all. I've got one last Scheme Twist in there, and if it pops up, we're done. So yeah, we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to buy that Sorcerer Supreme Doctor Strange. And I'll buy this One-Hit Wonder Man just to add on to it. That's all 9 of my recruit. Only have 1 attack. Nothing's going to happen here. Next hand. Oh, well, this is going to be game over in a sec. New villain, Pixie, part of Queen's Vengeance. Microscopic size changing of covert, so every red hero that we play, her attack goes down. As you can see, she's got 3, but she has 4 of these microscopic size changings, meaning I could put her in like the negative attack strength, giving me more attack, which I find kind of hilarious.
That is hilarious.
Her fight effect is you reveal a covert hero or play another card from the villain deck, though, so I've got to ask myself if it's worth the risk, because if it's another Scheme Twist there, I think I'll let her slide by just this once. So here's my 3 recruit, and then I'm going to choose to get empowered by Instinct, yellow, meaning that these guys are 8 again. See, if you can get 2 of these and get an HQ like this, it's awesome.
I'm invincible!
Get 8 attack no matter what. And our last Morgan Le Fay tactic is Sorcerous Blasts. Fight. Each other player discards a covert hero or gains a wound. So see, I would actually have that as her Master Strike rather than a Mastermind tactic, because, at least in for solo play, because I'm not getting anything happening to me from the Master Strike other than the fact that I'm thinning out the villain deck more. So I don't have a covert hero, unfortunately, so I am going to gain a wound. Maybe I'll heal that off later if I have the time. And now I have to make a choice of what I want to do next. Do I want to use Ambient Power Wonder Man? You know, we're getting kind of close. I don't want to take the chances of, like, thinning the villain deck out more already. So we'll let that one go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have Iron Knight, villain of Queen's Vengeance, also a chivalrous duel. He looks like a medieval Iron Man. Kind of funny like that. Escape effect, each player reveals a tech hero, gains a wound. Definitely a medieval Iron Man. He plays off of tech. So, I'm going to play, trust me, I'm a doctor, to get 1 recruit. And since it's a multi-class hero, I can play this Doctor Strange and reveal the top card of the villain deck. If it's a villain, I can fight it, and I get 2 additional attacks. So you know what? I'm going to actually use 3 of that attack for fighting this, and I can KO a card from my discard pile. Guess what card's in my discard pile right now that I just got last turn? A wound. Bye. So now, I used my 2 attack plus 1 of my original ones, so I still have 2 attack left, plus 2 more. Oh wait, no, Chivalrous Duel, he uses up all of the stuff, all of the strength from him, so, oops. So I have 4 attack. I may put a card from the HQ to the bottom of the hero deck. Let's go ahead and do that for the Ionic Energy. Maybe get an Empowerment HQ of 5 Instinct Hero set up. Nope, just another Flying Steed, but I'm okay with that. 2 recruit. Can't really buy anything. Still don't want to fight Pixie. God, she's only 3, but that scares me. I don't have a covert hero to negate her effect. Oh, perfect. So that's my 1 card from my hero deck. Got to reshuffle for my next round. If I can get 1 more Black Knight, if I can get an Amulet of Avalon and get empowered 1 more time, coupled with that Ebony Blade, which has 5, remember I have 5 attack villain in my deck, I think I'm going to be okay here. Unless, watch, it's a Scheme Twist from the villain deck. Just shuffle this up a little bit more. Look at that, that's a little too thick. 1, 2, 3... 4, 5. Really? Really? Oh, wow, I got Black Knights, but not the one I wanted. Oh, great. And we have Gigantus, microscopic size changing of strength, meaning every green hero, he goes down by 2. Wait a minute. Might be able to make this work. So I have nothing in here to make strength happen for this card again. So it's just going to be another draw card, which I'm fine with that. And now I have another Cloak of Levitation, Doctor Strange. So that's my first strength hero. He's now down to 5. I'll play this strength hero. Don't have anything to 0 cost card to bring back up, but I get to recruit. He's now down to 3. Down to 1. -1. I can actually fight him for free and get an additional attack point. And now that he's in my villain deck, he is worth 7. Which means Ebony Blade is also 7 attack. Behold the power of the Black Knight. And I will use that to vanquish the final Morgan Le Fay. Alright, so, not gonna lie, I thought we were doing great there, and then I just saw the villain deck getting thinner and thinner and thinner. Only had 4 cards left. Was this the next Scheme Twist? No? No? Okay. Close, though. Close, close, close. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. A couple comments, additional comments I have on this is, like any solo game, I think there are some difficulties in handling, like I said, with the Mastermind tactics. They might only be catered to multiple players, so I just thought of this idea right now, but as a house rule, I actually would recommend you, if you have an effect that doesn't work for a solo play, just change it up. Choose, like, I would copy the effect of a already existing Mastermind tactic in her deck and just basically make it a double. That way something always happens. And then I might actually start a new house rule for her Master Strike. I mean, the fact that, like, I was by myself and her Master Strikes really didn't bother me at all. Like, reveal a range or a covert hero or gain a 0 cost hero or a wound from the KO pile. That's pretty easy to negate. Just don't KO anything and don't trying to run a KO heavy deck. Don't thin your deck out. Having said that, I guess the drawback was I do have a very thick deck, and I almost did miss out on opportunities to get some more card combos. So, anyways, this is real fun, guys. I always like the Black Knight. I'm glad I got a little bit of Doctor Strange in here as well. And if you guys have any comments or ideas or playthroughs you'd like to see, please leave them on the channel and let me know.